Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody to Salem's National Night Out. I hope you all have a great time. Right now, we have the color guard. And now this Salem High School will now sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Great job, great job, all right. Check, 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 check.
Well, they can walk away. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming out on this really hot day in August. Appreciate you being here. We have a huge number of folks that want to see you, so please stop by at their tables. But before we get going, other than the fact that I'm prepared with my notes in this, so that I'm good. We're going to have opening remarks by Mayor Driscoll, who's a big supporter of public safety, certainly really gets things going in this city, and obviously has been behind this event. So, Mayor Driscoll.
Thanks, Chief Butler, and thanks to all of our public safety partners who are here. I think we're really fortunate to live in Salem. We're an active community. We always have something going on, and we do such a good job generally of managing that we don't think about our public safety partners. So I want to say hats off to the men and women of Salem Police Department, Salem Fire Department, who work tirelessly, whether it's a big event like October, small community gatherings, to really ensure that we have not only a great quality of life, but a safe community to come home to every day. So big round of applause for our public safety partners for all they're doing. And tonight, it's a little early, but it's really about getting people together to celebrate a number of community partners, be they public safety and others, who help contribute to a high quality of life in our community. By working together, we not only keep our community safe, but we keep our community prosperous. And that's what tonight is about, celebrating with each other the opportunity to come together and share the wealth, so to speak. So there's lots of vendors. I hope people will stop in, take an opportunity to see folks who are working, living in your community, and contributing to a high quality of life here. Let's have a great night. Wish it was a bit cooler, but we'll take this, right? We'll be shoveling in November. Chief, back to you. And thank you for your leadership really pulling this together. There's a lot of people here. This takes a lot of time and effort, and I want to thank the police department led by you, who each and every year have made this event bigger and better than ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate that. I have a great staff that actually helps do all of this, because this could not be done by one person alone. Next up, I'd like to actually introduce State Rep Paul Tucker. He was the previous chief before me, so he knows a little bit about some of the planning of these events. So, Paul?
Thanks very much, Chief. I appreciate that. You know, one advantage of retiring as a police chief, I get to trade that uniform for this one, so that's a big first anyway. All across the country tonight, in small towns and in large cities, I know in Boston, the new Commissioner Gross, we have these national nights out. And what it really boils down to is community. We're so blessed, as the mayor said, to the community that we do in Salem. And I want to thank Chief Butler and the Salem Police Department, who really know what it means to put the community in community policing. I also know that the mayor and the chief have worked really hard to keep the ranks of our police department up. Over the last several months, I've seen several new faces on the department. That's the next generation. That's the next generation of our law enforcement people. And I hope that on nights like tonight, you take the opportunity to go up, to introduce yourself, to find out a little bit about them, and they can find out a little bit about you. The last thing I want to say, take a look around at the vendors here. We have everybody here. I see Ed Moriarty, who's here, who's done so much work on the opiate epidemic because people care in Salem. The Girl Scouts, my friend Rob Mazow. We have a great team all around here. This is what it's all about. Take a second look around. We're blessed here to live in Salem. Thank you to Salem Police. Thank you for our public safety partners, Salem Fire, just the finest men and women also on the North Shore. Great fire department as well. Enjoy the night, and thanks for the opportunity, Chief. We're really happy with the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. And next, I actually have someone else who was a chief before in another community right next to us in Lynn. So Kevin Coppinger is currently the sheriff of the Essex County Sheriff's Department, and he has a couple of words to say as well.
Well, hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to just thank Mayor Driscoll, Chief Butler, and Representative Tucker for the outstanding job they do to help the city. From my perspective, I see them all the time, and they really put their heads together and work as a team, which really is a huge plus for Salem. So, folks, you join me for a round of applause, please, for them. And just to quickly, I'm going to copy a little bit what Paul Tucker just said, but if you really look at National Night Out, and it is across the country, but the basis of National Night Out is community. And as I walked around here earlier, you look who's here, in addition to the Salem Police, the Salem Fire, Emergency Services, but you've got the, of course you got the Sheriff's Department, we like them, but you've got the, Junior ROTC here, the National Park Service, Probation, the courts, and all the community partners. Nobody is going to make our community safer by themselves. They have to work as a team. And to get folks down here like this, get to know each other, and put everything together will make Salem and all of our other communities a much better place. And from a personal note, the more work you can do to prevent crime, you can help put me out of business, because our job is care, custody, control of inmates. The less inmates we have, the better it is for society, and we can save everybody some money, time, energy, and headaches. So folks, get together, learn everybody, all your neighbors, and put plans together and work as a community, and we'll all see great successes. Thank you very much.
Kevin, thank you very much. Mayor, Paul, Kevin, really appreciate everything. Appreciate you coming out here. There's a few other people that I obviously would like to mention. Also here we have the Marblehead Chief, Bob Picarello. Appreciate his support. We also have a lot of support from NEMLAC, and I would be remiss if I did not mention, step out, Jerry. Chief Jerry Junta, stand on the back right there, supported the fire department, because this truly is about public safety. This is not just the police department. We work as a team here in Salem. So appreciate all the effort that he's put in as well to bring his team here to have some things for you folks. We have a number of other law enforcement agencies, so I want you to take a look at some of the vehicles that we have here and some of the things going on. Judge Robert Brennan, who's the first justice here in Salem, is going to be playing basketball a little later, I understand. So I have not seen him yet, but he's supposed to be here. And Judge Catherine Phelan Brown from the juvenile court system is also going to be here. There's a lot of support that's going on in the criminal justice field, in public safety, for this type of event. And so in addition to that, I would like to mention that we have here the Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Steve Merrill from the FBI. Steve, thanks for being here. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. And hold on, I think I've got everybody. And then I want to just say big thanks, huge thanks to the Salem High Junior ROTC for coming out every single year for doing this event and for being able to stand up and be able to present the colors as we start this event. Much appreciated. And also for the Salem Chorus. I actually didn't even know until just a few minutes ago that they were actually going to perform, and I am thrilled. So big applause for the two of them. I really appreciate having the youth involved in our organization. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Make sure you hit all these vendors here.
Hi folks, I'm Captain Conrad Presnewski with the Salem Police Department, and we welcomed everybody here tonight, August 7th, 2018, to our National Night Out event. It's a beautiful day, a little warm, but that's okay. Good crowd. We've had all kinds of public safety seminars, public safety exhibits, vendors, canine demonstrations, a lot of community police interaction. This is a wonderful event that gets us closer with the community and gets the community closer with us. So thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to talk to you soon.
and gentlemen, if you'd like to all come on over here, if you want to see this amazing canine show, just come on over. And right now, I'm going to introduce Captain Tom Cody from the Essex County Sheriff's Department. Tom?
All right, everyone, I want to thank you guys for coming out and seeing our canine demonstration today. Like the gentleman just said, my name is Captain Tom Cody. I'm with the Essex County Sheriff's Department Canine Unit. And what I'm going to do here before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the various canine teams that we have to do this wonderful show for you. And you keep in mind that from various departments, like I said, I'm from the Sheriff's Department. This is my partner, Canine Dash. Dash is a 6-year-old German Shepherd, and he's trained in patrol and narcotics. And we're going to talk a little bit about what that means in a few minutes as our demonstration continues. So over here on the far end is Sergeant Bobby Lubis and his canine partner Axel. Axel's a German Shepherd. He's 7 years old, and he's also trained in patrol and narcotics. Moving right down the line, also with Salem PD right here, local boy Sean Andrus and his canine partner Turbo. Turbo is also a German Shepherd, and he's also certified in patrol and narcotics. Moving over here to my left, we have from the Transit Police, we have Michael Carey and his partner Banshee, who is a female 6-year-old Belgian Malinois, and you can see the difference between the Shepherds and the Malinois. And of course, folks, we couldn't do the show without Salem's own John Bedard. John Bedard's over there on the end. His canine is Echo. He's also a Belgian Malinois, and that dog is trained in EOD and patrol. And when I say EOD, that means explosives, bombs, IEDs, things like that, gunpowder. So I want to tell you a little bit about what these dogs have to go through to become a canine. You can't just say, hey, I want to be a canine and get yourself a dog and get a little training and go. It doesn't quite work like that. When we get these dogs from the breeders, they have to be put through the test. And that's just a test just to see if they're able to make it through some of the training, particularly the patrol class. These dogs have to have, basically have no fear. They can't have fear of loud voices. They can't have fear of loud noises. They can't be afraid if someone's big and strong or gonna get rough with them. They have to be able to knock back down. So an example, your dog at home gets in the trash, you raise your hand, hey, no, 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 you go to yell at him, and the dog shies away a little bit. Well, these dogs don't do that. So what we do for some of our training is the Salem officers and myself go to the Boston Police Canine Academy. The transit police officer that you see here, Officer Carey, he goes to his own training at his own department. They take care of their own. They have a large unit. They have their own trainer, and they have their own training course. But the rest of us here, we go to the Boston Police Canine Academy. The Canine Academy is 18 weeks long, and it's a patrol class. And when you graduate that, then you are certified to go ahead and work out in the streets. I'm certified to go ahead and work up at the jail up in Middleton, up our halfway house in Lawrence, and as well as work out in the streets. So some of the things that they teach us, when we're in this school is tracking. Now tracking and scent work is probably the most important part of what these dogs do. Everyone says they're, oh, the bite work and you know the dog gets to attack and bite the person. That actually doesn't happen as often as you think. It probably happens a very few times, if any, during the course of a year. Mainly what we use these dogs for is they're a locating device or they're a locating tool. And I'm going to call them a tool because if you look at these officers, look at their vests and their belts, they have all these tools to do their jobs. They have their weapon, they have their handcuffs, they have their batons, they have all these things that help them accomplish what they need to do out there. Well, the dog's just another tool that we have to help us when we're out there. So back to locating. When I say locating, I mean locating people. Bad people, good people, missing people, old people, children. Lost children in the woods, lost children right down city streets. These dogs will track and track and track. And that's one of the finer points that these dogs do in their training. Another thing, excuse me, another thing they do is building searches. Someone breaks into a building or someone's hiding in the building, we need to get them out of that building. We'll go ahead and come up to that front door, give our warning. Come out, police canine. We're going to send the dog in, he will find you. At that point we usually hear, okay, I'm coming out. But if we don't, we send the dog in, the dog will systematically use his nose and he'll go ahead and search, sniffing around these buildings, sniffing around the rooms, try and find where this guy is hiding. And when he finds him, he scratches. He starts scratching and going nuts on that door, we know you're back inside that door, okay? And that's the way we read the dog. When my dog scratches at something like that, I know someone's hiding behind that. Crowd control, very important for me in my unit up at the Middleton Jail. We use them for crowd control all the time. Big fights break out, large crowds. We use them on Halloween and whatnot. These dogs, you see, they're friendly and they're friendly and they're playing and they look all calm. Just have no illusions. If we wanted to, we could round up half this crowd with these dogs, move you any way we wanted inside this common area. So they're very aggressive when it comes to the crowd control, and it's a very important part. It's a very important part of that training. So then we're going to move on to the apprehension work, and we are going to show you that. We are going to show you that today. The apprehension work is important. We're going to show you how the dog bites and how the dog holds onto the bite until the officer can come over and properly remove him. And that's a long, long part of the training. It takes a long time to get these dogs to do it the right way. I think any dog will bite, but to do it the right way and to do it the safe way, it takes a lot of training. So before we move on in that training to all that cool stuff that I talked about that the dog has to do, the dog has to be obedient. The dog has to listen. He must be obedient. Now what's obedient mean? To listen. This guy's bright, exactly. You gotta listen. So the dog has to listen. And it's very, very important that the dog listens to his handler and only his handler. If I tell my dog he's got to stay, he's got to stay. We could be searching a building that has an open elevator shaft, or he could be up on a roof and I need him to stop before he runs off the edge of it, or goes down that elevator shaft, or steps on a big pile of broken glass at the window or something like that. So when I tell my dog, he's going to listen. When I tell him to stay, he's going to listen. Stay. So Officer Bedard is going to take out his dog and he's going to put us through some real basic obedience. Bear with me, I'm going to put Dash in his car right now.
You should just yell and scream. I know it! When he comes out, Jocelyn! When Allie's dad comes out, you should just yell. I know it! I'm dying. Officer Bedard!
Okay, so again, he's going to do some real basic obedience. Now, all these things that this dog can do right now are things that we're going to need to have him do when we're out on the street. It's not going to, these dogs aren't circus dogs, they aren't, show dogs, although we're putting on kind of a demonstration today, but everything that you see is something that we're going to do out on the street. So you can basically train a dog to do just about anything. I once saw a dog climb a tree. I'm not even kidding, climb a tree. We're not going to train our dogs to do that because we're not going to have them do that for police work. We're not going to have them do that on the street. So see when Officer Bedard heels his dog, the dog stays right to his left-hand side. Notice the dog's looking up at him the whole time. Focused. He's not lurching out in front of him. He's not falling back. He's staying right with him at any speed. Told the dog to stay. Didn't tell the dog to lay down. Didn't tell the dog to look away. Told the dog to just sit and stay. And that's what the dog's going to do until he tells him not to. He's going to walk the other way. Dog can look at him, but he can't break that pose. Good. Left his dog, told him to go on it down this time. Notice he told the dog to heel. It's always on his left-hand side. Again, he's going to circle. He's going at a much faster pace. The dog's still not out in front. He can go real slow, almost at a creeping pace, which is hard for a dog. A dog likes a nice gait and wants to walk very fast, so it's hard to do this slow walk. but it's staying right with them. Now, for every voice command that we have for our dog, and there's only about 10 or 12 of them, we also have a hand signal. So if we're hiding in the building, or if we need our dog to come to us and we don't have to yell to him and give away our position, we can use our hand signals to do that. This is what you're seeing here. He's going to stop him halfway. Good ball. Now, you see the ball. The ball on the string is probably one of the most important. I don't want him to see this one, but it's probably the most important part of the training. This is the reward. For everything that we get our dogs to do, we get them to do it because of the reward. Just like when you kids do in school, you get the reward, you get the star, you get the 100 on your schoolwork. You get rewarded for doing well. You clean your room, your mom and dad reward you, you get ice cream, whatever it is. You do your chores, you get an allowance. That's your reward. When I go to work, I get a paycheck. That's my reward. Usually. Same thing with the dogs though. These dogs have such a high drive, they'll do anything for that toy. And this is how we train these dogs. It's almost like we're tricking them. It's almost like we're tricking him to get him to do what we want them to do. See, now this dog's staying with him. He knows at the end of this, oh man, I just can't wait. I'll do whatever he wants. At the end, I'm going to get that ball, and my handler's going to play with me, and it's the best thing in the world for him. So that's how we get him to do it. Same thing when they locate somebody. When they locate somebody, they know at the end, the guy's going to have that toy, and he's going to give it to him, or he's going to get to actually apprehend and bite that person, which is another thing they love to do. So when they're trying to find evidence, remember before I was talking about locating device? Some of the evidence that they locate when they're on a track or when we tell them to search an area, for example, if someone ran through this common and they threw a gun in the middle of the night and they didn't know where it was, they'll call these canines out and we'll search for it. And what the dog's actually searching for is he's searching for the most prevalent, the most recent human scent on an article. So when the guy takes off from us and he runs over yards and yards and he's throwing his glasses and his hat and his keys and all that stuff, as our dog is following him, they're going to down on those articles and touch them with their nose. And that's, again, they're communicating with their handler that they found something here. A lot of the times, we clear a call. A lot of the times after we clear a call, and the officers have been chasing somebody down, and the officer lost his flashlight or he lost his keys, he'll say, hey, Canine, can you check this out? I think I lost my stuff. And we'll go ahead and help him find his stuff as well. So I got a couple people where are the people that have the keys for me? One there, and the other keys. All right, wait till I turn around. Sergeant Luber's going to talk to I'll get my dog to do a search. Just have to throw them out. Wherever, yes.
All right, why don't we throw those keys out? All right. Personally, I think this is one of the most impressive things these dogs do. We can train them to find a particular odor. We can train them to find cocaine or heroin or something like that. It's a distinct odor. What Dash and Captain Cody they're going to come out, they're going to find those keys. They're going to find the keys just off the odor that the keys hold on to because someone was holding on to the keys. The dogs don't use their eyes. You'll see when the dog goes down, he's giving a command, his head's going to go down, he's going to start sniffing all through here using his nose. And there's what we refer to it as a ton of odor in here. There were 5 dogs in here, we've all been walking in here, but the dog's going to go through and he's going to find the 2 items with the strongest odor on it, which will be those keys, and he will down on them. It's a simple command. As you can see, the dog instantly puts his nose to the ground. The dog is working the wind as well. You'll see the dog, he'll go one direction, he'll quickly turn in the other direction, and we use the term a head snap. As the dog gets closer to the keys, he starts working the area. You'll see a distinct head snap on the dog. He'll locate the item, and he will sit down or he will down on the keys.
Last time we had to call an Uber.
Like Captain Cody was saying, this is also very important to us to train our dogs on this on a regular basis. This is one of the, we probably do this more than we do anything else. If there's a foot chase or some sort of incident with items that we thought were thrown out of a car or someone ran from us or something like that, we will work that whole area and we will locate any sort of item. There's one of them. Now he gets his reward. When we train these dogs, they get their reward off the actual item. We either feed them off the item or they receive their toy off of the item. So we can keep, sometimes you won't see it if it's in a very thick area or it's nighttime. You can keep asking the dog, where is it, where is it, where is it? And the dog will constantly put his nose on the item, exactly where it is.
And back to work.
We can also conduct these inside of a building. If there's a vacant building or a building that won't have a lot of order in it due to the hour of the day, we can go through the building, locate the other set of keys. We can actually go into that building if we feel that someone stuck a gun, a knife, or some sort of item that they're trying to hide from us in a locker or something like that. We can actually work the whole building to, we can actually work the whole building.
Thank you.
Tom.
I'm sorry. Hey, in 1 second, just going to show him the key for it.
Tom's going to take Dash out. He's going to do a little off-lead obedience as well.
No. Now you see how bad he wants this ball. No. No.
Look at the dog.
It's also very important that we are able to recall these animals. If we do send them to do something, we have the ability off lead to verbally stop them from doing something. Tom just demonstrated what we would call a recall. He sent the dog to find the toy. He didn't want the dog to find the toy right away, so we put the dog in a down position off lead.
No.
They listen well, huh?
No.
It's like you speak German.
Tom, you good with that?
No. Here.
That's the dog's drive for the ball. He has so much energy, he wants the toy. He'll listen, but they dance around sometimes trying to find it and listening to us.
He'll find it. Good boy. Here, aboard. Here. Aboard. Hey, it's over here. Aboard. Yeah, that's a good dog. Woo-hoo. Good dog.
The next thing we're going to show you an apprehension. So basically, we're going to let the dog's going to bite me. I'm going to put a bite sleeve on. When we train the dogs to bite and hold. So basically, the dog will bite once and the dog will hold on to the suspect until we tell him to let go. We do that for a couple different reasons. We can use the dog as a leverage tool to actually move someone towards us to make it safer for us. And it's actually safer for the individual of apprehension because they only actually get bit once. Here's Captain Cody.
Okay, I know Sergeant Lubitz just showed you a little bit about the bite work. We call it apprehension work. It's a nice word instead of bite. So, when you guys go home today and you're talking to your neighbors, your friends, say, oh, we went and saw the police dogs, those great attack dogs. We don't like to use the word attack, okay? When I think of an attack dog, I think of a dog that's literally biting and biting and biting. He's not stopping, he's attacking somebody, okay? That is not what these dogs do. That is not what we train these dogs to do. You'll see they bite and they hold. And they're actually trained to bite and hold in certain areas. We train them high in the arm, we train them high up in the leg, and we train them sometimes in the back. Now the reason for that is we don't want to damage the person. We just want to hold them, get them down on the ground so we can come over and put handcuffs on them. That's what we do with these dogs. They are not attack dogs. And you'll see, the dog's not going to bite him in the arm, then bite him in the leg, then bite him in the arm again. He's going to bite and he's going to hold in that one spot. Now, however, if you are hiding, and all he can find is your ankle, he will bite your ankle. Hopefully not right now, though. Actually, no, it's okay. Bobby's working. Okay, so Sergeant Lube is our bad guy. He's got his protective sleeve on. Let's see him.
Okay, let me see your hands. Right there, where's the dog out? Stay right there, where's the dog?
Nice. Okay, and you notice the dog missed on that first one. We train him to do that sometimes. It builds that drive. They want it more when they miss it. They get so mad. They want to get it again. You notice he's in that one spot. He's not coming off. He's not going for his leg. He's not jumping up at his face. He goes that one spot. Step away. Handler went ahead, outed the dog verbally. That's very hard to do. And sends him for his reward. Good boy. Good. Good boy, Banshee. Girl, excuse me. Good girl, Banshee. Good girl. And she gets a reward. Again, you think this is fun. Oh, you ripped the suspect's arm off. No, this is actually a very important part of the training. Just like when he does his routine, he gets his ball. At the end of the bite routine, we always let him have that at the end for a little while. You see how proud she was? Prancing around. Let's give her a round of applause. See how proud she held that up, didn't drag it on the ground. So we got one more apprehension. We're going to bring Turbo out here. This is what we call Salem on Salem now. Let's see if there's any bad blood here.
Come on, I'll get out here.
Again, this is Turbo. Turbo's 7 years old. He's one of your Salem dogs right here. Local dog. Let's see how he does on this bite. I'm sorry, apprehension. Good boy. Nice. And you can see how strong that grip is. Now look at the handler getting involved with it, because this is realistic. This is what's going to happen. The handler's going to come over. Granted, if he didn't have that sleeve, he'd probably be in the ground. And he gets his reward. Good job. All right, Turbo. Give him a pop.
We're looking around again?
All right, so what we're going to do now is we'll take the dogs out here and kind of walk around, answer any questions you guys have. We're going to be here for a little bit while longer, and I'm going to be right up here, so if you have a question, feel free, just raise your hand. I'll come right over to you, or one of these officers will come over and talk with you, and feel free.
Good evening. Thank you for having me on. My name is Lieutenant Michael Harvey. I'm the station commander at the Danvers State Police Barracks, and proud to be here, part of Salem Night Out. The Salem Police Chief, Mary Butler, extended an invitation for the state police to come down, and more than happy to come down, working with our fellow brothers and sisters over in Salem. As far as what the state police do, usually, obviously, you see us on the highway doing a lot of motor vehicle enforcement, but we also have a lot of specialty units. We're very fortunate. We have an air wing that consists of 4 or 5 helicopters. We have canines. We have a mounted unit. I don't know if the horses made it down here, but you usually see them at Red Rock or up at Salisbury Beach. And our detective unit also is stationed out of Danvers here. They do murders and all of the bigger crimes. It's a beautiful night down here. Obviously very sticky, as you can tell, but it's better than rain. And tonight's a great night too for the community. We're trying to get out there and try and reach people to break the barriers that unfortunately are out there between us and law enforcement and the community in some situations. So tonight I think is a great event to be able to do something like that, and hopefully I think it's been a success, and obviously hopefully it'll continue to do so. Thank you very much.
I am Jeff Cohen, co-chair of Salem's No Place for Hate Committee. Very excited once again to be tabling at National Night Out. It's a great opportunity to meet families, children. Our best response has been asking children how how they feel about No Place for Hate, what it means to them. We always get a very positive response. So thank you to everyone who came out today.
Hi everyone, I'm Lucy Corchado, treasurer for No Place for Hate. Happy to be here at National Night Out yet again. Happy to see a great turnout with all the Salem families and others who are visiting us. Here selling t-shirts, $20, and we have a special today for $10. When is this going to be shown? So people can come on out. Thank you so much for always supporting No Place for Hate.
How you doing? My name's Scott Weisberg, Secretary of No Place for Hate. I'll get you a deal on t-shirts, better than Lucy's deal, but this is a fantastic event. A lot of great people, a lot of people very interested in No Place for Hate. And like Jeff said, it's amazing the children's answers about what is No Place for Hate. So thanks everyone for coming out today.
Hi Salem TV, this is Captain Shelley Ehlers from the Essex County Sheriff's Department, along with Sergeant Smolsky and Sergeant Gaudreau. We're down here representing our department and talking about all the different things that we do for the community, and we have Captain Cody who's here with us. He's right behind us on the other side of the camera, walking away now. But we're doing a lot of different things, good things for the community, and making sure that everybody's safe and that we keep the bad guys off the street for you. Sergeant Smolsky?
We said it all. Captain Eel has covered it all. We're just here out in Salem, meeting kids tonight, having a good time, enjoying the night out, and that's about it.
We've got Sergeant Gaudreau over here. He takes care of our graffiti trucks. So any cities or towns that have any graffiti that they want to have scrubbed off their walls and buildings, give the Sheriff's Department a call, 978-750-1900, and ask to speak to the graffiti officer.
I want to see how low you can.
I like that plug.
Good evening. I am Stacy Gergley from Salem Juvenile Court, and this is my coworker,
Jessica Jagier.
We work for Essex County Juvenile Court Probation Department. Essex County has four courts. We have one in Salem, Lynn, Lawrence, and Newburyport. Jessica and I work out of Salem. We work with kids from birth up to age 21, and we work with them on civil matters as well as delinquency matters, which are criminal cases for juveniles. Our job is to enforce court orders and make sure kids are safe. We visit them at schools, in their homes. We also work very collaboratively with the police departments in our area to verify compliance with court orders. We work with kids on care and protection cases, and they are child protective cases, kids that have been removed from their parents due to abuse or neglect, and child requiring assistance, which is a civil case that can be filed by either the parent, the school, or the police.
Derek Shapiro. Derek Shapiro's Power Half Hour on Salem Access, Lynn Cable, Rhode Island, Duluth, Minnesota, Athens, Ohio, DerekShapiroShow.com, and I'm on 91.7 in Salem State, WMWM Salem, and I got pie on my face!
Want to take a quick picture?
Yeah!
All right, yeah, hold that.
Oh, yeah.
Got it?
Tastes good!
Hold on one second. Gonna get him again? Okay. Got it. All right, you're good.
You got it, Phil?
Yep.
Awesome.
We didn't get the pie face on camera, but
unless
you want to do another one.
Okay, one more time.
All right. You can keep that, or it's totally up to you.
It was cheesy.
All right.
She can't do a better one. Oh, hold on. You never got the first one on camera, but it was cheesy anyway. She can't do a better one.
All right, let's see.
Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, you can't do a better one.
That's how you do it right now.
That's how you do it. Do the challenge. Yeah.
Hi, I'm firefighter Andrew Seaver with the Salem Fire Department. Today here at National Night Out, we have the Essex County Regional Smoke Trailer. And the smoke trailer, what we do is we teach families what to do in case of emergency. If there's smoke or fire, we like to teach people smoke and fire goes really high, so we teach families to get low. We use just a fog machine so nobody actually is exposed to smoke. And the families, we teach them crawl low, get out. We have various things in here, sources of heat, anything that'll show a family what to do. And usually two of us, myself and firefighter Scott Bolduck here, we're going through this today, teaching everybody what to do.
My name is Detective Cunningham from the Salem Police Department, and behind us here is the SWAT vehicle, and it's from NEMLIC. NEMLIC covers 63 cities and towns, and we cover Essex County and Middlesex County. This vehicle is used for sort of serious operations. If there's anything for a high-risk warrant where there is a chance that there's weapons in the house, or if there's been shots fired, these agencies will call this NEMLIC first, and they'll respond. There's 3 of these armored vehicles that they have. It's a 40-man team, the SWAT team, and they also have like 2 vehicles that they have which would cover like for equipment that would carry breaching tools to get into apartments, and for cameras that and robots that we're gonna send into the building first. We also have a command post, a Winnebago command post, and that's pretty much it right there, what they use this for. We've been to, when Trump just got elected, we were flown into Washington for security for that. We go into Boston quite a bit when Boston police call for backup for the Red Sox, the Patriots, whatever they're going to have a large crowd, they'll usually call us in for that. So that's pretty much it. And they go, did you want to say hi? I guess you did. Or, I don't know. Come on over here, Adrian. You don't have to say hi to me.
You can say hi to all of Salem.
You want to say hi to all of Salem? This is Spider-Man. Sometimes we have to call Spider-Man when we're in trouble. And what's your name?
Ellie.
Ellie. Ellie is a kitty cat, and Spider-Man. And we have Aviana. Well, the camera's right there, Avi. And pretty much that's it right there. These are my crime fighters right here with me, and we couldn't have done a good job without these 3 right here. Yeah, this is the baby SWAT team. This is the training SWAT right here. Okay?
Hi, I'm Chief Mary Butler of the Salem Police Department, and we're here on National Night Out. Today is August 7th, 2018. This is the 3rd year that the Salem Police Department is doing this event. It's a great community event, really about building partnerships, getting the community out, getting them actually involved with each other, and actually having some experiences with law enforcement and with public safety officials in a whole different way than we usually do, in a fun way, in a good environment, so that they can really feel, what we're all about, and we can really sort of understand where they're at. These connections are really important in terms of what we're doing in the community on a regular basis. How we're actually building some of the network that we need. There are 93 of us right now. hoping to build a little bit more, but there's over 43,000 people in our community. And it's really important and crucial that we actually get to involve all of our community so that they can be there and to assist us, and we can be there to assist them. So it really is a team effort, and this gives an opportunity for all of us to connect in a really positive, good way. Lots of sponsors this year. It's the third year, but I am so surprised about the number of people that have really come out and wanted to participate in this. And I couldn't be more happy. I am thrilled with the outpouring of support from our local businesses, from our local agencies and communities, and the number of residents that have come out with their kids to have a good time on an incredibly hot night.